Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Before we begin this video, don't forget to give it a like. It truly encourages us to keep sharing beneficial content, inshallah. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our future videos on faith, spirituality, and Islamic reminders. Barakallahu feekum. May Allah bless you and enjoy the video. Before Allah sends the one who is written for you, He often takes you through a journey that feels long, uncomfortable, and at times confusing. But that journey is not a punishment. It is a preparation. There are spiritual signs that Allah is getting you ready for a divine union, and they usually appear before the actual person arrives. You begin to feel a shift within your soul. You are no longer chasing people for love, approval, or validation. You start to understand that no human can complete you, only Allah can. That awakening, that deep inner change, is the first sign that something is transforming inside you. You stop relying on others for peace, and instead turn to prayer, solitude, and reflection. This is because Allah is softening your heart, cleansing it of past attachments, and making space for something sacred. As you grow closer to Allah, He begins to remove certain people from your life. These people may have once meant the world to you, but now they feel distant, toxic, or incompatible with your new path. This separation is painful, but it is divine. You may not understand it at the time, but Allah removes what is not meant for you to protect what He is preparing for you. During this period, you might feel lonely or even abandoned, but in truth, you are being hidden for the one who is being sent to you. Allah often isolates His chosen servants before elevating them or blessing them. This period of isolation is not just about removing others. It is about reconnecting with yourself and your Lord. It is in these silent, empty spaces that your soul begins to speak, and your heart becomes aligned with what truly matters. You may start to notice your standards shifting. What used to impress you or attract you no longer has power over you. You no longer seek superficial connections. You start valuing depth, character, faith, and sincerity. This is a sign that your heart is maturing. You're no longer looking for just a spouse. You're longing for a partner in deen, someone who will remind you of Jannah when life becomes difficult. And that longing is from Allah. It's not a random feeling. It's a sign that He is planting seeds in your heart for something that is coming. But before He gives it to you, He needs to see if you are truly ready. Sometimes, He delays the arrival of your kingdom spouse not because they're not ready, but because you're still healing. Allah loves to give beautiful things to those who trust His timing. In this phase of preparation, you may experience tests that target your weakest points. If you struggle with impatience, Allah will test your ability to wait. If you struggle with trust, He will test your ability to surrender. If you struggle with self-worth, He will test your ability to see yourself through His eyes instead of others. These tests are not to destroy you, they are to build you. Every hardship you face in this period is molding you into someone who can love, lead, and live with purpose. Your kingdom spouse is not just a gift. They are a responsibility. And Allah wants to make sure that when you meet them, you won't ruin the blessing because of unhealed wounds or immature behavior. That's why He takes His time with your heart. He's making it strong, soft, and stable, ready to receive love the way it was meant to be received, with honor and grace. Often, in this process, you will find yourself thinking less about finding someone and more about becoming someone. That's a powerful sign. When you focus on becoming the person you want to marry, you naturally attract someone who reflects that same growth. Allah works in symmetry. If you are becoming more patient, more faithful, more compassionate, then trust that your spouse is going through their own growth too, even if you don't see it. You're not waiting in vain, you're growing in parallel. Somewhere, someone is praying for the same things you are, longing for a soul who understands them the way you long to be understood. And Allah is the one connecting those dots in silence. Sometimes, the preparation will include doors closing unexpectedly. A relationship that felt promising may end. A proposal may fall through. A person you thought was the one might walk away. Do not curse the ending. Behind every redirection is protection. Allah is not depriving you, He is refining your path. The one He is sending will not come with confusion, chaos, or doubt. They will arrive with peace, clarity, and divine alignment.
So if you feel like you're in a waiting season right now, don't waste it. This is sacred ground. It is in these unseen moments that your prayers are building bridges. Trust in the process. Believe that if Allah has placed the desire in your heart, it is not there to torment you. It is there to guide you. You are being shaped, protected, elevated, and healed. And one day, when you least expect it, the one written for you will appear, not to complete you, but to walk beside you on the path you have already been building with Allah. That's not just love, that's divine destiny. Recognizing the one Allah is sending you requires more than emotional attraction. It calls for spiritual awareness, inner stillness, and a heart that sees beyond appearances. In a world where relationships are often built on superficial qualities, fleeting emotions, or worldly compatibility, divine love comes with a different signature. It does not rush, it does not confuse, and it certainly does not break your connection with Allah. When Allah sends someone into your life as the one, you begin to feel a tranquility that no other connection brought before. It's not just about how much you desire them, it's about how much peace they bring into your life and how much closer they draw you to your Creator. One of the first ways to recognize this person is through the ease they bring. There is a natural flow to the connection. You don't have to chase, perform, or beg to be seen. You are accepted in your entirety, flaws and all, and they carry your vulnerability with gentleness. This is because when something is from Allah, it doesn't come through manipulation or force. It arrives with clarity. That person does not make you doubt your worth or your future. Instead, they give you space to grow, to speak, and to feel safe. And above all, they remind you of your purpose in this life. The one Allah is sending you will not distract you from your deen. In fact, you'll notice that they help you refocus on it. When you talk to them, you are not only drawn emotionally but spiritually. Your conversations are not empty. They are full of reminders, intentions, dreams that center around Jannah, not just this dunya. You begin to see that this is not just about love, it's about legacy. This is someone who wants to build something that pleases Allah with you. They pray for you, even when you don't know it. They mention your name in their du'as and ask Allah to protect your soul. They want good for you not only in this life, but in the next. That's how you know. It's not infatuation. It's divine companionship. Another powerful sign is how your heart responds in their presence. This isn't about excitement or emotional highs. It's about a kind of calm that settles in your chest. The Prophet Muhammad described that Allah puts mawada, affection, and rahmah, mercy, between the hearts of those who are joined together by Him. If you feel pressure, chaos, anxiety, or constant fear around this person, pause. Allah's blessings do not come with torment. The one He sends will help you breathe better, think more clearly, and dream more purely. They will not make you feel like you have to compete for their attention. Their intentions will be direct, and their actions will align with what they claim to feel. They also come with a sense of readiness, not perfection, but willingness. They are not here to play games, waste your time, or keep you in confusion. They will not make you doubt where you stand. Even if they are still growing, their heart is facing in the right direction. You can see that they are committed to becoming better for the sake of Allah, and for the future you might share. They are transparent about their past, honest about their weaknesses, and humble enough to admit what they don't know. That vulnerability doesn't make them less. It makes them real, and that realness builds trust. Often, Allah will confirm this connection through signs in your environment. You may find that obstacles begin to dissolve. Conversations with your parents, imams, or close companions start to carry unexpected ease. You may receive random reminders, dreams, or feelings of reassurance in your heart. These are not to be worshipped, of course, but they can be divine nudges. When the heart is clean and aligned with Allah, He allows it to sense what is meant. But that's the key. Your heart must be in a state of spiritual clarity. If it is clouded by past pain, ego, or worldly illusions, it can mislead you. That's why seeking Allah's guidance through istikhara, the prayer of seeking guidance, is essential. You're not just choosing someone, you're asking Allah to choose for you. And then there's timing. The one Allah sends will not come too soon, nor too late. They will appear at a time when your soul is most ready to receive them. You might not feel fully prepared, but Allah knows the condition of your heart better than you do. The moment you meet them may feel unplanned, but in the unseen, every detail was already written. That's why when the connection starts, it doesn't feel like the beginning. It feels like recognition. As if you are meeting someone your soul already knew in another realm. There is familiarity, not confusion. There is purpose, not pressure. And lastly, remember that the one from Allah will never try to pull you away from Him. They will not ask you to compromise your values, dress in ways that displease Allah, or engage in actions that you know are sinful. They will help guard your modesty, protect your honor, and delay gratification for the sake of barakah. They will not be perfect, but they will strive alongside you. And in that striving, there is beauty. Because when two people walk toward Allah together, every step they take becomes a form of worship. Even their love becomes ibadah. So open your eyes, not just to what you feel, but to what aligns. Open your heart, not just to attraction, but to divine confirmation. And above all, open your soul to the signs Allah is placing along your path. When the one He wrote for you enters your life, you will not need to fight for their love. You will only need to recognize it, trust it, and protect it. Because when Allah sends someone, He sends them with peace, with purpose, and with His divine stamp of mercy. Many people pray for a righteous spouse, yet feel as though nothing is happening. Time passes, and their heart aches with questions like, why hasn't my kingdom spouse arrived? The truth is, sometimes, you are unknowingly blocking the arrival of the one Allah is trying to send you. These blockages aren't always external. They often exist within you, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. And until those internal doors are unlocked, even the blessings meant for you will remain paused. One of the most common blocks is holding on to past pain. You say you're ready for new love, but your heart is still carrying the weight of past betrayals, heartbreaks, and disappointments. You haven't truly forgiven the people who broke you, and maybe you haven't even forgiven yourself. That lingering pain distorts how you see love and trust. And if Allah sends someone sincere into your life while you're still wounded, you might sabotage it, doubting their intentions, pushing them away, or expecting the worst. Before Allah can entrust you with a kingdom spouse, He wants to know, have you released what was never meant to stay? Another major blockage is impatience and trying to take control of your own story. When you rush the process, force connections, or constantly search for someone, you are telling Allah with your actions that you don't fully trust His timing.
True faith means surrendering the pen back to Allah and saying, I believe you will write a better story for me than I can imagine. But many fall into the trap of desperation. They chase people who aren't meant for them, accept relationships without barakah, and then wonder why nothing lasts. You must be willing to wait, not just with your body, but with your heart. A waiting heart is a trusting heart. Sometimes, the blockage comes from disobedience. You say you want a pious spouse, but your own lifestyle is distant from the path of piety. You cannot expect a soul deeply connected to Allah if you're still entertaining habits that go against Him. This doesn't mean you need to be perfect, but you need to be striving. If you're neglecting your prayers, disrespecting your parents, engaging in haram conversations or attachments, how can you expect a spouse who will lead you to Jannah? What you seek must reflect what you are becoming. Allah doesn't just give based on desire, He gives based on readiness. Lastly, many people block their blessings by attaching too tightly to their own vision of how the spouse should look, sound, act, or arrive. They reject good people because they don't fit the fantasy. But Allah's plan often comes in unexpected packaging. The one written for you may not be what you imagined, but they will be everything you need. Don't let pride, stubbornness, or unrealistic expectations blind you to what Allah is trying to gift you. Let go of control. Let go of fear. Heal, trust, and align with His will. And you'll notice that the right one arrives when your heart is finally open enough to receive them. While waiting for your kingdom spouse, many people focus only on when they will arrive. But the real question is, who are you becoming in the meantime? The waiting season is not empty time. It is divine preparation. Allah is not only working on the heart of your future spouse, He's working on you too. If you use this time wisely, it will transform you into someone who is ready to receive, protect, and honor the love that is coming. The delay is not a denial. It's a chance to grow into the version of yourself that your future spouse needs. One of the most important things you can do while waiting is to deepen your relationship with Allah. Your kingdom spouse is a blessing, but Allah is the source. The stronger your connection with Him, the more peace you will carry into your future relationship. Use this time to be consistent in your prayers, to read the Quran with meaning, and to ask Allah to purify your intentions. When your life revolves around Him, everything else, including your spouse, will arrive in alignment. You will no longer seek love to feel whole, because your heart is already anchored in divine love. Preparing yourself also means healing emotionally. If you've been hurt, cheated on, lied to, or abandoned, bring those wounds to Allah. Don't carry brokenness into a new relationship and expect someone else to fix it. That's not their job. True healing is between you and your Lord. Let Him cleanse your heart of bitterness, fear, and shame. A healed heart loves differently. It trusts more wisely, forgives more quickly, and loves without attachment. This is the kind of heart that creates lasting peace in a marriage. Another powerful way to prepare is to gain knowledge. Learn what it means to be a good husband or wife in Islam. Understand your responsibilities, rights, and how to build a marriage based on mercy, not control. So many people enter marriage expecting perfection, but haven't trained their soul for patience, kindness, or compromise. The waiting season is the best time to develop these qualities. Because once you're in the marriage, they will be tested. You should also make specific du'as. Ask Allah to send you someone who is kind in words, strong in faith, gentle in conflict, and honest in every stage. Ask Him to protect your future relationship from envy, hardship, or harm. There is no prayer too small for the one who holds hearts in His hands. And as you pray, trust
that your voice is being heard, even if you don't see the answer yet. Sometimes, Allah is arranging what you can't see, protecting you from what you don't know, and building something more beautiful than you even asked for. So instead of waiting passively, wait actively. Build your soul, heal your heart, sharpen your character. And when Allah finally brings the one written for you, you will be more than ready. You will be radiant, full, and guided by the very light that led you through the waiting. May Allah bless you and guide you to a life filled with mercy, love, and tranquility.